Good evening, everyone. Vincent from Port Elizabeth. I didn't do a video for quite a while because I've been really in pain, people, really in pain, and I want you to pray for me. Both legs, both knees were attacked, and my hip. Years ago, I was diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy, and that subsided afterwards. And yeah, um, and doctors also misdiagnosed me with two diagnoses, and they put me on prednisone. They say there's nothing you can do for it. It's also pain in the knees and etc. And they told me to use prednisone. That is the only thing that will help. People, that destroyed my body. They destroyed a lot of things in my body. My skin is so soft, I need to be so careful, otherwise all the skin peel off. In actual fact, some parts of my legs, lower legs, there's hardly skin there. Okay, nevertheless, that I stopped with this prednisone story 2018, and everything came right and the healing started. And I told last year I fell in my yard, and the doctor, I told the doctor I fell and I hurt my shoulder, and I had bursitis very bad. And I went to see the doctor, and also my knee started to flare up, and there was fluid in there, and I had to drain it. And guess what? She did. After I told her not to give me prednisone, she put high doses of prednisone in a drip. And I asked the sister, "What do you give me?" That is actually already in the third day. After I told her not to do so. And I was dismayed, and now I am suffering, people. I'm really suffering. Nevertheless, secondly, I've never asked for finances. I really to ask you, people, if God speaks to you, I need desperately. I'm $250 short since last year, October. People that that used to give to me fell away. And it's accumulating, and it's very difficult for me. God speaks to you just until October, when Jesus comes. The PayPal account is in the description box. If God speaks to you, I'll really appreciate that. Tonight's subject is war with Iran, the stout little horn. What do you mean by the stout little horn of Daniel shall subdue 3 kings, 1 subdued. 1 is already subdued. I had this video up in 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. Donald Trump will subdue 3 kings in World War III. And then I think World War III has already started with the nations in many ways. But a nuclear World War III will begin just after the rapture. And that is a prophecy by a 90-year-old woman, and I firmly believe that is to be true. A 90-year-old woman from 1968, you probably heard about that prophecy. And I stand really with that prophecy. That will only come after the rapture. So you do not need to worry about the atomic bomb that will fall on you. However, I believe that Iran already have nuclear devices. Because as a youngster, I was going to put it in here. I have got it in a previous video. It was Nathan that received a word from the Lord that Iran will bomb Israel, and that's with nuclear bombs. It's not the big bombs, he says, but small bombs, and one will fall. God will suspend it, and one will fall on Tel Aviv, and there's a city just above the coast towards the north with that other nation. can't get it out. That's two cities that will the bomb will fall on those two cities. Long after it God suspended it, it could have been already been activated. God suspended it until then. But there is a little bit of yeah, how can I put it? And this in it and what is happening in present. Because actually in another video I said Donald Trump, and I'll show you it now. Donald Trump will help Israel destroy this Israel. Just after, as I said, after the rapture. I'm going there just now. I'll show you that video, and I'll include that video for your reading. And by the way, I need to say this: you need to go to your settings to reset your viewership, because many people say to me they don't receive notifications. It's because YouTube reset their complete settings. And you have to go to the settings and reset that. It will take about a week before it will come in action again. I did this mine just 2 weeks ago, and it is most of my the people that I subscribe to, I do see their notices. So you have to go to settings and reset your settings. They do it on purpose for that matter, Yeah, it's also to derail us, especially Christians for that matter. And even Facebook, they don't show you what is. You put the link in there, you can't click on that link anymore. You personally have to go to that link and either click on it and say go to its website. I don't know how you do it with on a cell phone. That is something I need to say to you. However, this video I did 5 years ago, and there's 3 kings that DJT will defeat before he comes to power. Those 3, why will he defeat them? He will take them out. He will subdue. What's the word say? Subdue them. Not necessarily kill them, but subdue them. This man is already out. That happened, of course, December 2000, the last year, just after Donald Trump won the elections. So he did say that they have no part in it, but you don't need to have part. You can use people to do so. You hear what I say? Yes. And the same with not Rouhani, but with this other guy. You'll see now what I'm talking about. Okay, this one. Yeah, this is with Ali Khamenei. My question is he's in hiding. Will he be dead in the next 48 hours? Will he be dead in the next 48 hours? Because Donald Trump said he knows precisely where he is hiding. Will he do it? Will Donald Trump enter into war with Iran? I have a mixed feeling, because he said many things, and it doesn't add up. He said if he was president, the Ukraine war would have never happened. If he was president, that war in Israel would have never happened. That is what he said. So now, will he go into war with Iraq? Of course, Ali, he threatened him. And of course, Netanyahu, he said that Iran is responsible for the 2 attempts on his life. Whether that is true or not, that is a lot to say, but that is what Netanyahu said. Okay, so now Israel is doing the work, by the way, and then the United States will enter in. Okay, so yeah, and this is the video that I showed you that I did 5-6 years ago, and this is prophecy actually being unfolding right now before your eyes. This man is already out, so who is the next? And this man is definitely also on the cards. Why? Because they do not follow the script of the elitist new world order. And that is the key. That's the reason why they need to be out. They must get rid of them. And it was said on live television, get rid of them. It says, let me just go through there. Netanyahu makes shocking claim about Trump assassination attempt. I just mentioned that to you. Donald Trump say U.S. had nothing to do with Israel attack on Iran. Really? Really? Netanyahu will not do anything without Donald Trump. Donald Trump discussing it with Donald Trump. And he said it got nothing to do. The same thing that said when Assad was taking out. He said, let's keep out of it. But as I said, you can have people like, you can get people to do your work like David, I would say. David want that man of Bathsheba, you want him out. And he told his army, general, please put that man in the fire line, and so that he be killed, So you can use other people for that matter. But the Bible does say, strictly say, he is responsible for that, and that, in the word as such. So let's go further then, and then we're going to read this quick few scriptures. I'm not going to be long, you say Donald Trump says he got nothing to do with Israel's attack on Iran. Everybody should immediately evacuate Iran. And listen, that's just what he said. People are leaving. Iran was in darkness. The banks has been destroyed, the main bank, and they can't get any money out, not a single thing. And I think I'm going to make another video on that, for that matter. It says Israel attacks could bring the new regime, Netanyahu, a new regime. So what is this war about? Is it a war with Iran, or is it about to take out the second king? That is what it is. That is what it is, people. It's not a war. And I believe the real war will start towards September, October. That is when it's going to start. Will it be Ali? Will he be still then active, or will he be able to take him out? That is the question mark, because it was prophesied Iran will throw atomic bombs on Israel, and God will suspend that. So let's go to the scripture quickly and see what the Bible really says. You really need to be specific on that matter. Let's Daniel 20. I'm just going to read from Daniel 20 onwards. I'm not going to take long. And of the 10 horns, you must understand, what are these 10 horns that were on his head? What were the 10 horns? Now you have to go to Revelation 13:1 to describe that. And it says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rising up out of the sea. Now, who is this first beast? The first beast in Revelation 13:1 is the beast, God calling the beast, but watchmen call him the Antichrist. There's the Antichrist and the false prophet. They distinct from one another. But let me tell you, the false prophet do everything in the authority of the first beast. So the first beast, the Antichrist, actually do nothing. He doesn't really do anything. It's actually the second beast that does the work on behalf of the first beast. Okay, the second beast is the one that will do the miracles. The second beast is actually the spokesperson. Hope you understand that. So they have 7 heads. So what they do, the 7 heads is the 7 continents of the world, and the 10 horns are 10 kings that will run the 7, the 7, those 7 heads. The 10, they divided the 7 continents in 10 regions, and 10 kings will get power within 1 hour with the beast, and that is, of course, is Revelation 17, verse 20 to 22. Yeah, 1 hour with the beast. So you can check out Revelation 17. That is a fact. So let's just go back to the second scripture again on Daniel 20. So let's go to continue. And the other which came up, and before him were 3 fell. Even of that horn, this is a little horn. There's 2 little horns that is in effect. And Daniel 7 and Daniel 8. These are Daniel 8 is that of the 8 of the Antichrist. Daniel 7 deals with the false prophet. I hope you get it. Daniel 7 deals with a false prophet, and this is a false prophet. The false prophet is not the Pope. He is dead. Malachi's prophecy, actually, in this present Pope, he is not even part of it. The Pope that will be in battle in the last days will be just a bishop. He will be an overseer, and he will be Peter the Roman. I hope you understand that. I should have made a video on that, but I'm mentioning it here. I can't make a video on every little one, but I do mention it. Yes, and this I beheld, and the same one, the false prophet, will make war with the saints and prevail against them. That is, of course, just after the rapture. That is what is going to happen. But let's go further down to what's his name. But listen what he says. Daniel described him very well. Whose looks, he said, he spake great things. Very easy. He the horn and the eyes and a mouth that speaks great things. I will make America great again. I have a video of more than 250 sayings, that he can do better than anyone else. Yeah. And he said he is the chosen one, and whose looks was more stout than his fellows. Now you will say, no, America, they doesn't come out of America, they come out of the Roman Empire. Yes, they do come out of the Roman Empire, but they're becoming out of the nations, right? Yeah, all the U.S. presidents are from royal bloodline, from those kings that you are mentioning. Yeah. So that's where they come from, And the best ones are selected for the purpose. Okay? I hope you follow that through. Let's go to verse 24. And the 10 horns, those are the 10 horns that you see, is the 10 kings that will find power within 1 hour with this kingdom. With which kingdom? That is the 7th kingdom. The 7th kingdom coming. Rome was the 6th kingdom. The 6th kingdom. And Rome wasn't defeated at all. It just disintegrated. And Netanyahu himself said that that America is the new Rome. Yeah. And I have proof on that. They have the whole the administration of the previous Rome, for that matter. Okay. There are over 40 comparisons with America and the ancient Rome. Yeah. And the 10 kings that shall rise, and another shall rise after them, and this is a little horn, and he shall be diverse from the first, from these 10 kings. Yeah, and he shall subdue 3 kings. He shall subdue 3 kings. The first king that he already subdued was a Stout. Yeah, a Stout was taken away because they do not subscribe to the elitists or as New World Order agenda. They do not. Not even Iran, neither North Korea for that matter. Yeah, and that's what it says here. The 10 horns out of the kings are 10 kings, and they shall arise. 10 kings find power. That is what Revelation 17 verse 20 says, 22, you can read that. From the 20 to 24, you can read it. 10 kings found power within 1 hour with the beast. And that is of the whole world, you know. As I said, the 7 continents are divided in 10 regions, and 10 kings are appointed over that regions. And that is how the false prophet and Antichrist will rule the earth. So that is what I want to say. Is this the real war that is starting, or is it actually taking out the second one, the second king? So that is the order of the day, and I feel that is what is transpiring there. Let's go back to that video there. So war with Iran, the stout little horn of Daniel 7 shall subdue 3 kings, and we can see prophecy is being fulfilled here. So will this be the beginning of this war? Yes, there were skirmishes with Iran since last year. We thought that is that, and it didn't happen. I believe the full war will escalate during that time from September onwards. By the way, Feast of Trumpets is not in September. The biblical Feast of Trumpets, it will be October 23rd, 24th. That is when it occurs. And by the way, that is on a Thursday. And I know Tony Lamb spoke about, he had a dream that the rapture will occur on a Thursday. And that is actually on a Thursday. And I will make another video on that later on when I have the time. So please, people, do ask the Lord for what I request in the beginning concerning the finances, and God will bless you. I do pray for you, and I always pray for my subscribers, and may it go well with you. Jesus loves you, and be blessed.